Once upon a time, in a magical forest that had never been discovered by humans, lived a tiny tree sprite named Leafa. Unlike her fellow sprites, who were free-spirited and carefree, Leafa was unusually serious for her age. She was always absorbed in books, reading everything she could get her hands on. While other sprites played, Leafa would sit under the shade of a giant oak tree and read about the outside world. One day while reading, Leafa came across an old tattered book that was unlike any she'd seen before. Its pages were filled with stories of brave knights, fire-breathing dragons, and mystical creatures. And as Leafa delved deeper into the book, she stumbled upon a prophecy that foretold the arrival of a hero who would save the forest from an impending darkness. As the years passed, Leafa became obsessed with the prophecy. She spent her days searching for clues, and her nights preparing for the hero's arrival. The other sprites thought she was acting strangely and tried to convince her to come back to reality, but Leafa wouldn't listen. She was sure that the hero was coming, and that it was her duty to help him fulfill the prophecy. Then one day, Leafa's prayers were answered. A young man stumbled into the forest clearing where Leafa lived. He was tall and handsome, with long flowing hair and piercing blue eyes. As he approached, Leafa could see that he was carrying a sword at his side and a shield on his back. Leafa knew in her heart that this was the hero from the prophecy. Leafa quickly introduced herself and told the young man that she had been expecting him. The hero looked at Leafa curiously and asked her what she meant. Leafa explained about the prophecy and how she believed that he was the hero who was destined to save the forest. The hero was skeptical, but he agreed to hear Leafa out before making any decisions. Leafa led the hero deeper into the forest to the ancient oak tree where she had first read the prophecy. As they walked, Leafa told the hero about the evil that was coming to the forest and the dangers that lay ahead. The hero listened intently, his expression growing more serious with each passing moment. When they reached the oak tree, Leafa stopped and turned to the hero. She told him that she believed he was the one who could stop the darkness, but he needed her help. The hero looked into Leafa's determined eyes and saw the passion and conviction shining through. He knew that if anyone could help him navigate the treacherous forest and face whatever challenges lay ahead, it was her. And so he agreed to work with Leafa to fulfill the prophecy. Together, the unlikely duo set off into the forest to find the lost relic. Their journey took them through dark and dangerous places. But Leafa's knowledge of the forest and the prophecy kept them on track. Along the way, they encountered many obstacles, from poisonous plants to wild animals, but Leafa used her magic to protect them and guide them forward. As they journeyed, Leafa and the hero grew closer. They shared stories about their lives, their hopes, and their fears. The hero learned that Leafa wasn't just a bookworm, but a brave and resourceful young woman who had a lot to offer. And Leafa realized that the hero wasn't just a warrior, but a kind and compassionate person who cared deeply about the forest and its inhabitants. Finally, after many days of searching, Leafa and the hero found the lost relic hidden in a cave guarded by a fearsome dragon. The dragon was huge and scaly, with sharp teeth and claws. It roared fiercely, trying to scare them away. But Leafa and the hero stood their ground. Leafa knew from the prophecy that the dragon was the last obstacle in their quest. She had to defeat the dragon in order to save the forest. Leafa told the hero to distract the dragon while she searched for its weak spot. Leafa danced around the dragon, dodging its snapping jaws and razor-sharp claws. Meanwhile, the hero held the dragon's attention, buying Leafa precious time. As Leafa searched, she noticed that the dragon's scales seemed to be its only vulnerability. Leafa concentrated all her magic into a single powerful blast, which she directed at the dragon's scales. The blast hit the dragon, causing its scales to fall apart and crumble. The dragon roared in pain and collapsed to the ground, defeated. With the dragon defeated, Leafa and the hero claimed the relic and returned to the ancient oak tree. Leafa placed the relic at the base of the tree, and as it touched the ground, the forest began to heal. The trees that had been withered and dying came back to life, their leaves rustling in the wind. The animals that had fled the forest returned home, their voices echoing through the trees, and the flowers that had wilted bloomed again, their colors brighter than ever before. The hero was amazed by the power of the relic and the strength of Leafa's magic. He realized that he had been wrong to doubt her, and he thanked her for her help. Leafa blushed and looked down, embarrassed about how she had acted in the past. She realized that she had let her obsession with the prophecy cloud her judgment, and she apologized to the hero for not listening to him. The hero took Lifa's hand and said that it was all right. He understood how passionate she was about saving the forest, and he forgave her. He then told Lifa that she was a true hero, not him. If not for her courage and determination, they would have never succeeded. Lifa felt a warmth spread through her chest as she heard the hero's words. She realized that she didn't need the prophecy or the hero to be a hero herself. She could be a hero in her own right without either one. From that day on, Lifa was a changed sprite. She was still curious and loved to learn, but she no longer let her obsession get the better of her. She learned to enjoy the present moment and appreciate the people around her, especially the hero who had shown her the true meaning of courage and compassion. As for the hero, he continued on his quest. Carrying with him the knowledge that he had saved the magical forest and the memory of the brave little tree sprite who had helped him on his journey. And though their paths diverged, Lifa and the hero remained connected by the bond they had forged and the prophecy they had fulfilled together. And that is the end of our story. Do you like this story? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to hear more stories like this, stay tuned, because I have plenty more where that came from.